Welcome to Letters from America, a road trip podcast searching for the Swedish heritage in the United States. I'm your host, Martin Warren, and today I've parked the Volvo at Medstar Capitals Iceplex in Arlington, Virginia. And with me in the Airstream is Rasmus Sandin, who is part of the defense line, is that what you call it?
Yeah.
In the hockey team Washington Capitals. Welcome.
Thank you.
Before we start talking about all the things that we're going to talk about, I have a map on the table before you, map of the world, and I want to move things around here a little bit. We are somewhere around here, and up here is Sweden. So could you just put your finger on where you feel is home?
This is a tough one because I feel like I kind of have 3 homes right now.
Okay, 3 homes.
Which would be here,
Yeah.
here, and here.
And you're pointing at Washington, Toronto
and Stockholm.
And if you have to pick,
or Sweden.
If you had to pick one,
It's going to be back home in Stockholm,
will
Sweden.
you write your name there?
Absolutely. You want the signature?
Yeah,
or?
your signature. And if you were to write a letter from where we are now, which is Washington, D.C., to home, just a short note, what would that be?
To home, to Sweden?
To home.
Caught me on the spot here.
Yeah, that was a little bit my intention. All is well. See you soon.
Something like that, yeah. I would probably go, all is well. I enjoy my life here in Washington, D.C., but I can't wait to come home and see you guys soon. That's probably what I would just write. Something short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting to have you here because I am as far from a hockey player that you ever can imagine. But I've studied you a little bit before this interview, and I'm very happy to have you here with me.
Happy to be on.
Yeah. What's it like to be here in this environment?
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You get to experience a lot of new things. You get to see a lot of new things, meet new people. It's a hectic life, but it's a lot of fun.
But from what you came from Canada on a professional level and then directed to Washington. And there were some problems, and when you started, you made success in the first game, right?
Yeah.
You have a record that I read about.
Yeah.
Can you tell me?
Yeah, I got traded from Toronto, where I spent about 5 years, 4.5, 5 years. Got traded to Washington, which basically means you get on a flight an hour after you get the message.
Yeah.
Met up with the team in a new city.
Oh, seriously,
It's that quick, yeah.
Oh, wow.
We were in Seattle. Had a great last night, went to a Bruce Springsteen concert. Morning after we had practice, and mid-practice our coach came off and told me to get off the ice and go see the general manager. And he told me I was a part of a trade and there was a plane to come pick me up in an hour.
Wow, it's like,
yeah, so
like a James Bond movie.
Seriously, yeah. So went straight down to went to the airport and flew down to California. I met up with the team and played my first game against San Jose, and had a pretty successful game where I had 3 assists that game, and I guess that's still a record, yeah.
You know, we live different life, you and I. We have different interests. I don't even skate, and I'm so fascinated because I don't want to point out the age because that really, but you said you were 4 years in Canada, and you're 25. So how did you reach? How did it all start?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think everything started, first off, I have an older brother who plays hockey. My whole family... Also very successful, which is my best friend. I spent a lot of time together growing up. Our whole family is a big sports family. So I guess starting there, you know, my brother was always the nicest bigger brother.
That's good.
Yeah, that was good. So he always let me be with him and his friends all the time and skate with them. And I think that's where it all started. Moved around a lot in my childhood. and moved to Canada when I was 17 to play junior hockey. So I came over and lived with a Canadian family for about a year, and then got drafted to Toronto. Again.
18.
Yeah, I was 18 when I lived in Toronto, and I was there for about 4.5 years. And then I've been here for almost the same amount of time now. So it's been, time flies.
Time flies.
Yeah.
You're 25.
I know, it's crazy, but it feels like I've been here for maybe a year or two, so it's crazy.
But there's a certain mindset to that I'm fascinated by it, because you have to, there's such a dedication to reach a level of anything. I didn't know what I wanted to be when I was in that age. I didn't know. I was chasing sort of everything, trying everything. But that focus, where does it come from? You know that?
I think it comes from just having role models as a kid. I had guys and players that I looked up to a lot growing up, like Nicholas Backstrom, who I got the chance to play with here in Washington, which was amazing. Peter Forsberg, legend in Sweden, a bunch of those guys. And I was lucky enough to be able to meet some of those guys when I was young, and they were just fantastic human beings to me as well, or to anyone. So I think having those role models really helps you out a little bit too. Like that's something I want to be one day. And from that, I mean, it's all about consistency. You want to be, for me, I'm trying to be the best version of myself, if it's on the ice or off the ice.
But that's a very adult behavior. That's a very adult mindset to have that in such a young age. And I find that inspiring to be. I'm much older than you, and it inspires me today to see that, the young athletes that do it. And also there's a legacy to it, because Sweden is well represented in the NHL. If I counted correctly, this team that you're playing with now had 30 Swedish players, somewhat. 32.
Something like that, probably, yeah.
Is that a? You mentioned that you had support from these legendary players. Is that the community, or is it a competition? Or do you feel the weight of the? Do you feel the weight of those before you, or do you feel lifted?
I don't know. That's a good question. I feel more so that, there is a legacy that they built, and someone has to continue it, and it might as well be me. And I think at the same time, it is, an adult behavior, feeling the way I kind of feel, but I think that also comes with me moving away from home when I was 14 years old, all the things I had to...
You were forced into it because the interest.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, I had the option, and my mom and dad has always been super supportive of me pursuing my childhood dream, which was to always be a professional hockey player. And I had the chance to move away from home when I was 14 and to live by myself and pursue this hockey dream.
But that was in Sweden?
That was in Sweden, yes.
It's quite a change also. Is there a difference between playing in Canada or here when it comes to, is this?
It's a huge difference.
Okay,
it's a huge difference. Hockey in Canada is like a religion. It's like playing soccer in Spain or like in England. Like it's next level. And I remember it super well. Never been really recognized in my life, and I got drafted to Toronto. And after, we had a little family vacation down in Florida. And me and my brother went to the gym, and we walk out of the gym, and there's 50 people standing there waiting for me to come out of the gym. Because they wanted, because I was just a part of their organization now.
Wow.
And they just wanted to have pictures and autographs and stuff like that. So I was surprised. My first NHL game I played, me, my mom, my dad, we went for dinner after, and they had to put a security guard in front of our table because people wanted to run up to us. So it's crazy. After you lose a game that you shouldn't have lost, our security guy that we have with the team literally tells you that do not walk on the street tomorrow. It's probably the best for you. And once you get here you can actually live such a normal life. You can go for dinner. You can separate hockey life and normal life, which is really nice, I think.
They don't chase you down the street?
No, not at all.
But how does a day like in your, because you came from practice today. This is the practice arena that we parked outside, and you got the Capitol Arena, what's it called, right? In the center of Washington, D.C. A day in your life on this level, could you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah.
And also, remember, this is so far from me. I know nothing about this.
Yeah. It is, it's different each and every day. Let's take a day like today. We played a game yesterday. Or let's start yesterday, actually. Yesterday, we had a game day. So in the morning, we come into the rink. I'm probably at the rink around 8:30, 8:40 a.m. We have some meetings around 9:30. Before
going
that,
through the game,
going through the opponents, everything like that. After that, we have an optional pregame skate, which basically means that you can go on the ice for 20 minutes, 15 minutes, just to loosen up a little bit, or if you want to go in the gym and do some things, do that. And after that, it's kind of free, whatever you want to do. If you need to go home and sleep a little bit, take a nap, have some lunch, whenever you want to eat, you have to coordinate that. So for me yesterday, woke up at 8:15, breakfast, meetings, skated a little bit, had some treatment after. Your body's pretty sore during at this time of year. Go home, slept for about 2 hours, wake up, have a little snack, down to the rink around 3 hours before the game, a couple more meetings when it's 2 hours before the game.
And that's game day.
That's game day. And then you go play the game. And the toughest part with game days is that it's tough to fall asleep after a game. So, I mean, the game probably ends around 10 with all the adrenaline and everything going on. The caffeine that I have before the game has to go out of your body. So I probably fell asleep.
It's a performance in a way.
Exactly. Yeah. And I fell asleep probably at 3 a.m. last night. And today, wake up. I woke up at 9 today.
And then to practice.
Came into practice, had some meetings in the morning and then practice. And then you have to do whatever, because we play tomorrow again. So you have to get ready for that. So get some treatment, go in the cold tub, whatever you need to do. And then after tomorrow, I mean, we fly away for a long road trip. We're gone for 14 days or 15 days or whatever it is. So we go on Western Canada trip. So it's a lot of traveling in this life too, which is one of the most tiring part.
Are you worried that you might break physically? I mean, because you're still a body. You're well trained. You have practiced for this your entire life, but in the end, you're still a body. You can break. Is that a worry that you have?
Not really. I think
almost like a singer that's afraid to lose his voice.
Yeah. I mean, every player has been part of some type of injuries and
in this sport.
And I think for me, I mean, it starts probably around game 5. Something on your body is hurting probably for the rest of the year, and when that's good, something else is going to hurt. So it's a lot of time is being taken up by getting that as good as possible. And I think it's mentally tiring too. You wake up and your body is just hurting every day.
Yeah, of course. But also I can see I've been playing in bands since I was a teenager. So I chose that life instead. And also when you're a singer in a band, you carry something for the band. If you lose your voice, the concert is cancelled. And it's a big worry. It's a big worry. That's the word, yes. To always say you're going on a tour, you have a lot of concerts, which is a performance as well, and you always carry that thing. If I wake up tomorrow and will my voice be gone, or or you just zoom out of that in your life?
I mean, I don't think anyone really thinks about that here.
Really? Is it just me?
I mean, it's a little bit different because if I'm out, we have another player that we can put in for that game. So the game is not going to get canceled if I'm not playing.
No, of course.
So that's, I think it's a little bit nicer for us that the whole show is not going to get canceled because of me. But you always want to play and perform at your best, but and it sucks being injured and hurt all the time. But
and the pain also, like you said, it's tiring.
It is.
If we go back to the Swedish part of this, because this is a tour that I'm doing, investigating the Swedish heritage and the Swedish sort of effects on the American culture and American history, and it goes from the 1600s up to today. There's a lot of things that Swedes have been involved in, and a lot of things that people are aware of, like famous furniture stores and other things that they're not so aware of. And we talked about the legacy of a Swedish player. Is there I don't know if rumor is the right word, but is there a level of being a Swede here? Is there is there something in the league? He's Swedish, so he's, you know what I'm getting at?
Yeah, absolutely. They're
like the famous Börje Salming.
Exactly.
He's like a war machine in a way, with stitches all over.
No,
that's a legacy of the 70s. And
exactly. No, there's definitely. First off, what everyone is talking about when you talk about Swedish people in the locker room, it's that no one's ever met a bad Swede personally.
Oh,
so
wow.
that's always something that is really good, because at the end of the day, hockey's only hockey, and I think the personal level, I think that there's more to life than just playing hockey as well. I think that, you know, what I want to be remembered as is being a good person to my teammates and to people around me, and to kids on the street that wants to have a photo with me or whatever. So that's something that's really nice to hear, that they've never met a bad Swede, which is great. Also, what we're known as great skaters. We're known as very skilled and smooth players on the ice. But it's again, it's always fun to hear that they've never met a bad or a boring Swede.
How's that in this area where you had a lot of Swedes in the team, and there's a lot of Swedish people living here, a lot of people in this area with a Swedish heritage? Is that, or is it just blurred out because the team is more important than players? That's a leading question, maybe, but
I mean, obviously the team is the team. I mean, that's the main focus, I think, for everyone around the area. Honestly, I think that's why I'm here too. You know, I'm here to play hockey, so it's not. I met a few Swedes around this area too. So they're trying to, when they're actually following hockey, they obviously know a lot about the Swedes that have played here. But around this area, it's always about the team.
And is this it? Is this where you aimed when you were 10 or 8? What's the next step for a guy like you?
That's a great question. I mean, my dream when I was a kid, like any kid, I mean, you want to be the best.
Yeah.
So, and
of course, you want to be Superman.
You want to be
exactly.
No matter what you do, if you want to be a soccer player, hockey player, or if you want to be whatever job you want to do, you want to be the best at it.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is not it's a part of my dream, but it's not fully where I dreamt of being, which is also something that pushes me every day.
Can you tell me, or?
Yeah, I mean, you want to be
What's the next part of the dream?
The next part of the dream is being better than what I am today, being a better player. This is the best league in the world, and that's what I mean with being. This is a part of my dream. I made it to the NHL, but you always want to be more successful.
Well, that's what I meant, because, like I said earlier, this is not my world. This is not my, I don't have experience of this world, because it's sort of out of my personality, but I know a little bit, and the NHL is like top of the line, so that's why the question is quite relevant. Where do you go from here? I mean, you're 25. I would say that you should be playing for at least 10 years or 15 years, right?
That's what I hope. What I hope.
Of course, yeah.
You never know. I mean,
so where do you go from NHL?
Well, I mean, I'm not moving from this league.
No.
That's what I can say. I'm not moving from this league. I'm going to try to stay here as long as I can, because it is the best.
And just be better.
And just be better myself, individually and as a team. You always strive for success. The biggest dream is to win a Stanley Cup, and I haven't done that. So my dream is definitely not fulfilled yet.
Stanley Cup. Well, that answers the question. Obviously, you want to win the league. Obviously.
Exactly.
Yeah. Could you tell me a little bit about? You've been here on this continent. You've been in Canada for a long time now, but you still have your father is here with us in the caravan, and so you clearly have a close relationship back to Sweden. What do you long for? What do you see here that is better in your everyday life, in living here, from where you're from, in Uppsala, playing hockey on?
I mean, it's just two different lives. Sweden is my home. That's where I feel the most comfortable. I have my family there, which is the most important thing to me in my life. So I mean, that's going to be home for me. But once you get here, it's just different, because you live hockey pretty much 24/7. It's so hectic with, either you're on a plane to another city, or you play a game, or you're at practice, or you're thinking about what mistake I did last game. So it's tough to say what's better or worse, because honestly, I haven't played professionally hockey that long in Sweden. I played 5 games professionally in Sweden.
Oh, yeah.
So it's tough to compare the professional lifestyle.
But there's a clear difference. What I was sort of thinking about it, there's clear differences in the culture of living here, and we all experience them differently. Everything from, traffic signs or whatever, and I think the traffic solution here is actually better because it's much easier to drive here than anywhere I've been in the world.
Terrible drivers here, though.
You think?
Yeah, terrible drivers. Yeah, but it's easier to drive. I fully agree with that, with the traffic signs too. I mean, red light usually can turn right, a little bit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's
I think
nice.
My experience is they're quite forgiving drivers. I don't know. I could talk to you for however long, because like I said in the beginning, our lives are so different, and that's the most, when it comes to storytelling and when it comes to meeting people, that's where the interest lies. To meet someone who's exactly the same, I got enough with me. But we have to make a little bit of finale on this episode now. Since you started so young on such a level, you have the experience. So that's why I meant earlier when I said that your age is irrelevant. It's the experience that you got is relevant. So what would you say to someone who comes after you now? Someone who was 17, what advice would you give on a final note in this? Imagine yourself or someone like you playing on that open ice rink somewhere in the suburbs in the Swedish winter.
I would say have a lot of fun, enjoy it, and try to take some of the things in, because we were laughing about it a little bit. But
try to stop, you mean, to just see what's happening?
Yeah, and enjoy, because we were laughing about it, but time flies. I've been here now for, it's 2026. I've been here for 9 years now.
Yeah,
and
that's
it feels like I've been in North
yeah.
America for maybe 4 or 5. I feel like everything's just gone so quick. I barely realized that I've played 350 games in this league right now. Hopefully way more to go, but it's something that it's tough to really take in at the time. And then also I think one of the problems I had growing up that I kind of realized after is just to stay patient, keep working hard, because
patient for just the progress of
being better. Everyone develops in a different way. Some guys are great when they're 12, 13, 14, and some guys are not. Some guys make the NHL at 18, some guys make it at 30. So it's stay patient, have fun, and keep working hard.
Stay patient, have fun, keep working hard.
Yeah.
I can use that on this tour.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's a good note to end.
Perfect.
I'm happy that you came. It was nice talking to you. And don't break.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me on.
Thank you.
You have listened to Letters from America, a weekly road trip podcast celebrating the Swedish heritage in the United States. Produced in collaboration with the Embassy of Sweden in Washington, D.C., Volvo Cars USA, Volvo Trucks USA, and Airstream.